welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that Toby Lit story. It's one of my favourite stories of all time. I think it's very funny, I think it's very amusing, I think it's a really good example of somebody being satirical, really, and using literature satirically. I think the other great thing about Toby Lit's short story is that he outlines at the start of the second paragraph what the character's motivation is. The character wants to spend a year pursuing all of these adverts simply to see if he can become happier. This is a classic example of what's called internal character motivation. Internal character motivation, very different from external character motivation, and that's why the character wants something to change inside of them. So what you tend to find with internal character motivations is that the story can quite often be a lot quieter, can be more spiritual, it can be more about the character battling with themselves. It's not always the case. Certainly in Toby Lit's story, what we have here is a character who is so determined to achieve happiness via advertising, or to test the theory out that he can achieve happiness through advertising, that he kind of leads himself into self-destruction, really. Other classic examples of internal motivations might include wanting to be free. 1984, I know a lot of you said that that's one of your favourite novels. Classic example of a novel with a character who is internally motivated to be free. Other ones might be revenge, love, spirituality. These are all classic examples of motivations that propel characters on journeys. Okay, you might be thinking, hold on a second, does it have to be purely external, or can characters display both internal and external motivations? Well, yes, they can, and you quite often find that authors do that to muddy the waters, to allow their characters to operate both internally and externally, to allow the reader to gain access to their internal world and their internal thoughts and desires, and the external world. The other thing to note is with motivation is that it provides you story structure. Okay, so what you have is a character wants to achieve something, whether that be an external or internal factor, and that the story is all about the journey of them either achieving that motivation or the desire, or not achieving it. To go back to our earlier example of The Wizard of Oz, that what we see is that Dorothy at the end of The Wizard of Oz clearly achieves her external motivation. She, at the end of the process, finds the balloon that takes her back to Kansas. Okay, in the writing exercises that we have this week, I've got a variety of processes, a variety of external, internal motivation writing exercises for you to try. Just give them a try, see where you get to, and once again submit your best piece of work for feedback, and let's see if you can generate some interesting characters who are motivated to achieve something either externally or internally. Thanks very much, and we'll see you next week. Bye bye.